can really give you a choice actually. You can have some thoughtful, sensible poems, or you can have a sci-fi horror chicken epic.
Yes.
Right, well, on your heads be it. I must tell you, I actually wrote this very quickly in one night when I was on very large doses of steroids for medical reasons, I hasten to add. So, yeah, it is a bit charged. And it's quite long, and if you're of a tender disposition, when you see me flip the page, block your ears up. Okay, the Saga. Oh, no one here keeps factory hens, do they? Because if you do, don't take it personally. The Saga of the Sonic Chicks, an epic poem. Planet Krypton is about to blow. The ground trembles, volcanoes snow. The royal parents gather up their babe. Their little prince they aim to save. Little did they guess, as in the garden his escape pod rests, 3 cryptic hens go trundling by. A cosy nest did they espy. Who could resist such a space? 3 eggs were safely tucked in place. Without much more ado, just a swift kiss, the pod was launched with a hiss. For 2 long months the service time goes. The pod flies on, the baby grows. We will never learn how it made its way down to Smallville, USA. Ma and Pa Kent, enjoying the dawn, gasp as a cigar tube gouges up their lawn. Cowering they approach the pod. They're good Americans, is this a gift from God? There it glistens in the hazy smog, a silver grey metallic log. With trembling fingers they seek out the lid. On silent runners back it slid, and suddenly out they fly, eggs no longer blasting into the sky. Ma turns to Pa. Was that a bird or was that a plane? The image of 3 chicks is seared upon my brain. Then they hear a baby yell, and that is another tale to tell. The sonic tricks fly speedily east. They exult in their timely release. Tiring of their flight at last, they spy a likely spot to bask. Jacqui, who returned home from work to find the chicks, who could resist them in their fix? Each gains a name, Fair Bluebell, Miss Marin and Rhody Red as well. The happy chicks could potter and forage a delight. They roost up in their hen house, secure at night. 1 year on, their rent is fully paid by the 936 eggs they laid. No longer pullets, but full-grown hens, their innocence comes to an end. Midnight strikes and Bluebell wakes up. She lets out a fearful cluck. Rhody and Marin listen in alarm as Blue tells of life down on the farm. I had a vision, she did say. Tears dripped from her beak in her dismay. 5,000 hens, I hear them scream. I can scarcely bear the horror of my dream. Each chick is bald and featherless. We must go to their aid or never rest. Miss Marin rises up upon the perch. A great strength surges, she gives a lurch. With one swift flick from her toe, she kicks open the pot-hole. Suddenly Rhody's eyes lit up and blaze. She dissolves the fox-proof mesh, they are amazed. We have a mission in our lives, they sigh. We are the sonic chicks, they cry. Bluebell, femme fatale, possesses psychic skills. Mad Maxine Marin has a super strength that thrills. Raging Rhody Red fires lasers from her eyes. That'll give old Reynard a nasty surprise. The sonnet set off from Brown's chicken farm, where 5,000 captive hens daily suffer harm. The door to the great shed is open, the sonics step inside. Just behind Farmer Brown they stand, they are never spied. There he stands, hands on hips, his brows all aglower, gloating over the 5,000 he has within his power. Blue croons, Farmer Brown, you should be ashamed. The startled man turns when he hears his names. What the hell, he gives a shout, chickens running free, into the cage you go or into the pot for tea. Bluebell, femme fatale, does her tantric dance. Farmer Brown soon falls into a psychic trance. Mad Max Marin, she delivers a drop kick to his shins. He's floored with Marin on his chest, beak resting on his chins. Duck chicks, cried raging Rosie as her eye begins to glow. The fiery laser blasts forth, the locks begin to blow. Soon she has released every single door, and naked with confusion, chicks tumble to the floor. You are free, cries Bluebell to the throng. Quickly follow me. She moved towards the door with a graceful harmony. But gentle Bluebell had not counted on the rage of the 5,000 chickens locked inside a cage. Upon the floor they saw the author of their misery. Farmer Brown was coming round and didn't like what he could see. The vengeful chicks, they swarmed about. Save me, he gave a terrible shout. Mad Maxie, still upon his chest, didn't even try. Did you even listen to your own chickens cry? This way you block your ears up. First the chicks pecked out his eyes, savouring the jelly. Max just held her peace, perched upon his belly. Bored with his screams, they wrenched out his tongue and tossed it all about for fun. They pecked his fingers to the bone, till they were naught but a stub. Their claws made pretty patterns on the floor with his blood. Off went his nose, then goodbye ears, he couldn't even cry. Oh, all the pain they spent on him. Then at last the well ran dry. Then with a mighty crow, up rose Max to finish off the job. She would put an end to this sad, malingering slob. With her powerful beak slashing his string vest, she smashed through his pastry-lidded chest, ripped out his lungs, tearing them apart, and finally as a parting blow, she tore out Farmer Brown's black heart. Silence on the vengeful horde fell, the air felt calm and soft. The mighty Mad Max Marin held that bloody heart aloft. Raging Rosie's eyes lit up with an artistic urge, all gasped as the light began to surge. There a blazoned chicken stood stamped upon the sky, a talisman of power riding there up high. All the horde fell silent as they looked above. Sisters, Bluebell cried, sending out vibes of love. Your ordeal is over, chickens, you are free. Now it is time to listen, hearken unto me. Learn to dust bathe in the sun, learn to forage, scratch and run. Learn to be hens, joyful hens, and furthermore, never again will you be forced to live behind a locked cage door. The 4 dark folk will come from the Battery Rescue Farm, and they will care for you and keep you safe from harm. Every hen stood on their toes, in unison they swore, clucked those chickens, never more.